after the banjo comes out, usually something like this does, right? Don't let anybody tell you you can't find cool stuff at a yard sale anymore. I mean, look at this baby. This is the cousin of the banjo, known as a tenor guitar. You know, moving to LA was a big adjustment for me in a couple of ways. Couple of big things changed. You know, first was, you know, live gigs. Been working so many live gigs up north. You know, as people who work up there can tell you, it was nothing to do 1, 2, sometimes even 3 was not unheard of gigs in a day. You know, we worked all the time. You know, in LA, I came upon this thing called pay to play. Huh? I mean, you know, I was just a stickler for getting paid. It didn't have to be a fortune, but, you know, even in my first band, teen dances, then bars, then, you know, I just was what I expected, you know, and so, one good story. Great blues singer Karen Kraft from Texas. I worked with her a while, and she was of a similar mind in this regard, and that's why I knew when she called, I'd answer the phone, because, you know, we were working in Beverly Hills at this very swanky nightclub joint, restaurant, actually. And we're on a break, and this guy came up, and I don't know, I guess you'd say he was pitching this idea to her, this place that we should, you know, look into playing, you know, and he said, well, it didn't pay much money, but it was really good exposure, you know. Karen kind of looked at me, and she looked at him, and kind of rolled her eyes, you know, and she says, oh, I don't know, you know. I mean, I read just the other day somebody died from exposure. That's my kind of attitude. So there were less live gigs, but there were sessions, you know, and that was, I guess I caught the very tail end of when studios were still open and booking sessions, you know, 3 hours for 3 songs kind of thing, and, you know, before everyone got Pro Tools and went into their basement. And man, you'd get weird calls, you know, things that in a million years you never thought you'd ever meet some of these people, let alone be working with them. Like, I did an album with these guys from Jay and the Americans. I mean, how does that even happen? Produced by a real character too, named Thomas Jefferson Kay, infamous. Look him up sometime. But anyway, back to the sessions, you know, I remember my first LA session very clearly, and I had only been here about a month, but during that time I had met Southside Johnny, who had coincidentally moved to LA as well, and without the Jukes. So he wanted to play. We put a little band together called Blues Deluxe, great players, started working around town, playing the Palomino, places like that. And it was really fun. Anyway, on this day, he called me up, and he said he wanted me to be over at such and such a studio, Burbank, I think it was, and you know, we were going to do some tunes for a film. okay, great. So I took the info. I'm ready to head on over there, you know. And then I don't know, maybe this was a faux pas on my part, you know. I said, hey, what's the movie about? You know, he says, I don't know. What difference does it make? It's about some kid that gets left home alone by his parents at Christmas time. Okay? You gonna be there or not? Anyway. Next thing you know, I'm on a soundtrack with John Williams. So anyway, speaking of exposure, let's everybody still remember to wear our masks, huh? Even if you got your shot, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And as we have learned today, too much exposure, not a good thing.